curiosity, citizen.
Howdy, hello everyone. How you doing? Tom Zort here, the Rogue Attraction random Star Wars celebration, and I'm feeling depressed. I guess that's the best way to say it. Some trailers dropped. I've actually watched some of the leak ones, and yeah, I don't feel happy. Is it enough to make me black pill? I do not know. I don't know if I was even looking forward to Ahsoka, to be honest. But we will start things off with the Ahsoka trailer, I believe, and then go to the one that I'm least looking forward to, which is the Indiana Jones trailer. But let's bring up this Ahsoka. Now, like I said, it's Star Wars Celebration right now. The live stream's going on. They're having panels. So who knows if anything good might come. As a fan of Rebels, I thought the Ahsoka trailer would probably be the thing that I might like, but Disney's gonna Disney, and that's definitely what they're doing right now. They're definitely Disney's gonna Disney. So let's get this trailer up here. Hopefully, I don't get claimed for it. We'll do my that one. No, we'll do this. There we go. All right. So Ahsoka. I will say that I've watched some of this, not all of it. That looks fake. I can't tell if that's supposed to look animated to be like animated to real life, maybe. I don't know. But that looks fake. Ooh. It's Underworld. To be 100% fair, I was never a fan of Ahsoka. Never. I did not watch Clone Wars animated series. Didn't. Wasn't my jam. So I never became an Ahsoka stan. So just saying. Now I do believe this is Sabine. We see her helmet right there. Now I am a fan of Rebels. I actually thought Kanan and Ezra were really good characters. I love Chopper. So the idea of seeing a live action Rebels, I'm intrigued by. I kind of like that. But let's keep going.
This is a new beginning.
Ooh, Lost Cat. Why is Sabine's hair so long?
War.
All right, so we get the ghost there. It looks like flying up. Can't tell what's being carried. We're about to get a first look at a live action Hera, playing by Elizabeth Winstead, right? Or Mary Winstead, something like that. That looks like from the Star Cruiser. Like, looks like they put a little bit of green makeup on her and added the Twi'lek parts back there. I don't know. Also, Chopper looks great though. Chopper looks great. Good job there, Chopper. He sounds good too.
For others. Power.
Where are all the Jedi coming from? Where are all the Sith and Jedi coming from? Like, I don't get this. We're just getting bombarded with lightsabers. I'm just saying. All right, so that looks like it's supposed to be basically the end of Rebels. We have Sabine, who somehow grew 80 foot of hair. I don't know why, but she had that pixie cut going on in the show. But that's definitely Ahsoka's ship going in. There's some X-Wings escorting her. Now this seems a little different. Like they might be a reimagining of the Rebels ending. Ahsoka doesn't have her staff.
Things have changed.
Don't look like Mon Calamari ships.
I started hearing whispers.
Oh, we got Mon Mothma, which I'm not sure what time frame this is.
About Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
All right, right there. That heir to the Empire. No. Ahsoka has nothing to do with heir to the Empire. Nothing. That line was just cringe. Sorry. I think she was from Ahsoka and her fought. That's where she got the Beskar staff from in Mando. All right. Okay, this is a good place to stop. Let's actually blow this up. Like that looks like the world between worlds to me. Then who is that? Because that looks like it's the world between worlds in some way. Like, who is that? What's up, Doug? How you doing? Yes, an impromptu Star Wars celebration. Me punishing myself. But how you doing, Doug? Hope you're having a good day. I mean, that looks like the world between worlds. Everything about that screams the world between worlds to me. I have no clue what Sith that is. It looks like a dark Jedi, to be more precise. The armor, I don't know who that is, but everything about this, like you have the markings of the world between worlds. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. He looks. I'll give him that way. He looks a little badass. I'll give him that. The saber looks so bad, though. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Just eating lunch, doing great. How are you and Zort today? We're good. We went to the beach this morning, grabbed some fried crab. It's Good Friday and all, so we do the whole fish thing today. So some shrimp and crab, some white fish. Had a nice little lunch and came back and been processing my thoughts on everything about this stuff. Hey, Tyler Bosher is currently reading Heir to the Empire. Yeah, the saber does look orange, but it also looks so flat. Like it looks like they just did CG. It doesn't look like it's there. Like it looks like After Effects. Now I will say, if it's an orange saber, that does mean things in canon. So if it is an orange saber, that would be a gray Jedi, because normally the orange saber in canon means a delicate balance between the light and dark sides of the Force. One has not completely turned their back on their beliefs, but rather exists somewhere in the middle. So that is like the true concept of a gray Jedi there. Then, if it is an orange lightsaber, and if they're going with the canonical meaning of an orange lightsaber, I would want it one. Then, if it's an orange lightsaber, I like orange. I like orange color. But I mean, the dude looks like he looks like a proper villain a bit. I like the armor. I like the more knightly. It seems like from the prequels, right? Like it kind of looks like Kenobi's, like more Clone Wars Jedi armor. Seems looks a lot more menacing than Kylo Ren ever did, to be honest. So I'm very curious about this. And I don't know if we have cast names. I'll have to look into that.
We have to prepare for the worst.
Hera just doesn't. Something about Hera seems off. It seems like someone in cosplay. I don't know why. And like I've seen cosplays of Hera where they do a little bit more prosthetics around the facial features to try and make it match more to the cartoon. I'm kind of wish they would have done that. This seems like just green face paint on the actress. Nothing against the actress, and the costuming looks fine. They're matching the costuming well. It's just something doesn't fit right. Also, the Mon Calamari in the back looks a little bit off. All right, so yeah, more of the world between worlds. I mean, Rosario Dawson looks good as Ahsoka. There's nothing wrong with Rosario Dawson's appearance. So much potential for these shows would be so easy to be a home run, yet they're going to continue to crash and burn IP until it's nothing left. I agree mostly with this. Like this, I was looking forward to a live action Ezra. Ezra, surprisingly, was a character I really grew to like in Rebels. He went from being kind of annoying, Aladdin ripoff, to really finding his own way in terms of the Star Wars universe. Plus his first lightsaber having a blaster. Come on, that was kind of cool. I have to admit that. I'm in Ezra, like in terms of Star Wars canon right now, Ezra training Grogu would make so much sense because Ezra has the whole communication with animal things too as a special thing in the Force. So those two together would make a lot of sense. I also can't tell what lightsaber form this guy's using, but I kind of feel like, okay, look at her defense right here. Why? Is that her? Oh, let me move my head. My head's in the way. There we go. Look, he so strong that she has to kick back to keep herself from falling back? Like, is this like I've never seen sword fighting, and I wish Shadiversity would take a look at this. I've never seen sword fighting where your first thing is like, I have to put my leg back so I don't fall back from defending. That's what that looks like to me. Like she's like, oh God, I'm gonna get my butt whooped. I need to like brace somehow. And if you don't notice it quickly in the trailer, what is this fight then? This fight in the world between worlds. She's older, she's not young Ahsoka. Who could this be? Like I am genuinely curious about who this Dark Jedi, Gray Jedi, Sith, who he is. And apparently I'm guessing this is his apprentice, of course, because the Force is female, so his apprentice has to be a female. That's just kind of how things go now.
The Jedi felt.
But dude's getting his own Vader hallway scene here, right? Like this dude's just menacing sized. Oh, Joris? Could be. I mean that's a very good possibility, Tyler. That's a very good possibility. He looks a little bit different. I don't think the way he's described in the books is that he's that big, but they wanted someone opposing and like I'm almost like a Vader-esque figure. And this guy's size is definitely giving off that Vader-esque vibes. I mean, this almost looks straight out of the hallway scene from Rogue One.
There aren't many.
Oh, hey, here we go. Our one little bit of Ezra. There he is. Standing there pretty much in his outfit from Rebels. So he is cast for the show. I hope it's just not a hollow thing.
Left.
Got some nice fighting between one of the Inquisitors and Ahsoka. I'm wondering if that's a flashback from Rebels, and they're putting in. His name is Baylan. Baylan. Baylan was something among legends among slicing circles, famed for his skill at infiltrating and fixing computer systems. All right, so Baylan, in terms of interesting, Baylan Skoll, who according to Making Star, all right, We will see. Ray Stevenson is playing him, and Ivana Shanko is playing Shin. Okay. So it's not Juras. So the captions say. Well, it's not just the caption. Looks like Making Star Wars has same information. There's some. All right. Got some weird Jedi powers coming now.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Now here's the thing that matters. We do not know who's playing Thrawn yet. We do not know the cast for Thrawn yet. And Thrawn's important. So obviously this is a Disney-fied version of Heir to the Empire coming, which it is what it is. I don't know what we can say besides it is what it is. That makes me sad. But that's what we're getting. We're getting a Disney-fied version of Heir to the Empire, which I don't know what you want to do about that, but that's what we're getting. We're getting a Disney-fied version of Heir to the Empire. What's up, Theme Park Casual? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. So, overall, I don't fully hate the trailer in a silo outside of modern Disney and modern Star Wars. In that silo, it's okay. On an island, it's good. I like it. There's a little bit much of girl boss, girl power going on, which kind of seem to be a trend right now with Disney. So, in the Iger era, so it's kind of what it is. Like I said, Ahsoka, not the biggest fan of Ahsoka. I thought Rosario did Rosario. You saw my tweet to WDW Pro. Yeah, I was a little bit spicy about that. It feels like they're milking the franchise for an audience that may not be there. And I love Star Wars. I really do. I have spent a lot of my life around Star Wars and being part of my existence in my childhood and seeing what they're doing. Now, like I said, in a silo, the show might be good, but it's still Disney's doing what they know how to do, which is make stuff for girls. Disney's always had a problem, and which is weird because if you think about two of their most popular movies, Lion King and Aladdin, you got boys right there. Everyone loved Lion King and Aladdin. Like, I do not know what the problem was with those, but somehow that happened. And then you had two box office issues, or actually three, with Tarzan, Hercules, and Atlantis, which kind of like made you do a pullback. I think a little too it's too on the nose, but yeah. I was being I don't know. I woke up, watched that thing, and I was just I was a little salty. Okay, I'll put it that way, a little salty. Not as salty as I am with the Indiana Jones trailer, and that's where we're gonna go to next. Final thoughts on Ahsoka. I'll watch it. I think I'm so interested because I really liked Rebels. What they did with that storyline with Rebels and the lore that they built into Star Wars, I really liked it. What's up, Novamel? Good afternoon, my dudes. Would be nice to get a good show from Disney, but not getting my hopes up. I never get my hopes up. I just kind of like to stay even keeled, if that makes sense. The trailer is a good, okay. In isolation, the trailer is a good trailer. But his apprentice has to be a girl. Like the Dark Jedi's apprentice has to be a girl. Like everything has to be the Force is female type of things. And that this is like a thing, if it wasn't being shoved in our faces a lot, wouldn't be an issue. But it's being consistently done the same way, where it's not unnoticeable. You know what I mean? Like you can't just do it that way over and over again and not expect people to be like, hey, you're trying to do something. Setting expectations low as possible seemed to work. Side tangent, I had no expectations for the Mario Brothers movie, and it was a lot of fun. So having no expectations for anything is a good way to keep yourself from being caught off guard. So, like I said, Final Songs of Ahsoka, it could be good, but I'm getting like Kenobi vibes. You know what I mean? Like that's my worry. Like you can't have Ahsoka rebuild the Jedi Order. No. I feel like I need to say this out loud, and I've said it in chats before on live streams. You can't make Harry Potter without Harry Potter, right? Like Fantastic Beasts wasn't really a great thing. Harry Potter requires Harry Potter. Star Wars requires Luke Skywalker. It does. It does. You cannot do Star Wars without Luke Skywalker. It is like that's it. Now, have there been great stories in Star Wars without Luke Skywalker? Yes, but they've been ancillary stories that the majority of people don't know. Sorry. So, while I love Heir to the Empire, it's about Luke. Like, the books are about Luke. What's up, the Beam Pad? How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. See, and again, this has nothing to do with casting or anything like that. It's just, you have Sebastian Stan, right? You have Sebastian Stan, who looks kind of a lot like young Mark Hamill. And you're not doing anything with them. You're putting him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier to be sidelined. Use Sebastian Stan. Give us a proper Heir to the Empire. Don't give me this Filoni verse Heir to the Empire. I'm sorry. That's my little Star Wars rant. And get ready for an even worse one for Indiana Jones. Let me get that ready to go. I'm feeling some agita from all this. I think we've all seen the pictures. Sebastian Stan would make a great young Luke Skywalker, and we could get 30 years of tales of Luke Skywalker being a badass Jedi. Oh, I cursed on my own channel, but that's not a real curse. I'm emotional. All right, let's bring up this Indiana Jones one so I can make myself a little bit more upset. Just how it is. All right. Let me get this going. Stop sharing that tab. I think casting for Thrawn for Thrawn makes the most things in terms of how I think that will go. Now, the other thing. All right, just to say right now, the Indiana Jones trailer has already had 1.7 million views since it dropped. So that's like no slouch there in terms of people watching. It's a good number of people because they only have 110,000 subscribers on Lucasfilm. So 1.7 million have already watched the trailer. That's not too much. Now, I may have to... What's up, Zombie Box Reviews? How you doing, man? I may have to EFAP this one a little bit because of the Beatles cover they have in it. for the song, so I may have to do a little pausing every once in a while. I just don't want to. Benedict Cumberbatch would be a good Thrawn, but I think the problem is that I would see Benedict Cumberbatch. I almost thought Cavill could be a good Thrawn. He's a little bit more of the, because Thrawn does have a little bit of a physical presence, but we're gonna bring up this. I'll go small for a little bit. All right, there we go. So Dial of Destiny, which I really hope that's not Harrison Ford sitting on the couch sleeping watching TV. Just saying, like, I hope that's not him. But let's start this. So it is him chilling with a beer, watching TV. You get a sense of the time frame right away. You have the child in the NASA outfit. You have some cheerleaders. Interesting. And you have a couple of space things. So the space race is a big thing going on right now. So you have that concept. So you can already tell that he is a man out of place in terms of how he's a grumpy old dude at the school, right? He's got his tenure. He doesn't have to pay attention. He doesn't have to listen. So it definitely seems like he's coming off as that. The office does seem different, even comparing it to Crystal Skull, which in this timeline would only be 10 years earlier, right? Here's my first issue. Lars, didn't he voice it for Rebels? I think he voiced it for Rebels, so maybe. I do not like Phoebe Waller-Bridger in any way. Like, I don't like. I don't like. I see her in this role, and I see Kathleen Kennedy. Just saying, like, that's what I see. Like, it's a self-insert, Jyn Erso, Rey. It's all self-inserts for Kathleen Kennedy. Brunette British people. Don't get it. This should be short round. Short round should be short round. Just saying. And these guys, what is he turned 85? Or is this retirement party? Also, I gotta say this. So not a fan of the Beatles being played. It's Indiana Jones. The only music you need is John Williams fanfare. Why is there Beatles playing? Why? I don't care if it's timeline appropriate. No. John Williams, trumpets, that's it. That's all we need. It's an iconic score. Oh, the Stones. Okay, fine. The Stones, same way. I don't want it. Sorry. I'm not a fan of that type of music. Never listened to the Stones or the Beatles. I thank you for correcting me. Thank you all. Thank you all for correcting me. I don't know the music. I'm young. Okay? I didn't listen to the Stones or the Beatles. Either of them. I honestly muted the trailer as soon as I heard the song because I'm like, why isn't there Indiana Jones? Why isn't it not John Williams? No, whatever. John Williams, this is his last movie, right? This is the last movie he's doing, supposedly. Thank you for the correction, Vero Mikes. Okay, I was right. Okay, he did voice him in Rebels. Okay. I like this one better than the first one, but using Rolling Stones for the theme doesn't fit. We need Williams music. See, Tyler Boshers, you're correct. We do need Williams music. You envis. Oh God, if it's like She-Hulk, Don't tell me we're gonna get young Indy twerking. No, 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 no. Oh, it's copying Guardians of the Galaxy. You could be right. You could be right, the beam pad. You could be right.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something.
All right. No, no, no. I agree. Theme park casual. All right. Where is his own family? That's the first thing I want to know. He had a son and a wife at the end of Crystal Skull, and they're not there for the retirement party. He's sitting there with his goddaughter. His son isn't there. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't get this. I don't. Like, as much as Crystal Skull's better in hindsight than most people think. Like, is one section that's bad. Like, the beginning of Crystal Skull is actually a pretty good movie. Like, I love the library chase scene through the campus on the bike. That's a good scene. Now, the fridge thing is kind of weird, but that scene in the campus with the motorcycles and the greasers and everything like that, and the Russians, that's really good. That's a fun scene. I'm just... This is breaking me.
During the war.
All right. Now, let me get back a little bit. The de-aging... Wait. Mutt died in Vietnam and Miriam left him, I heard? What? Is it terrorist? It's Han Solo all over again? What? No. Why? Oh, no, I did not see the super chat. Well, I'm assuming she's in class still. I don't know. But hi, Darian Murphy. Thank you for the $1.99. That indeed. What? No. They're making him Han Solo again. It's basically the same thing that Han Solo. Okay, he's what? That just upsets me even more. Not that I want to see Shia LaBeouf back as whatever, but you could have brought Miles Teller in as, Mutt, maybe. Just saying. Okay, you heard it on Jay's live stream? Okay. And stabbed him in the gut. They haven't spoken since. Oh man. Lucasfilm, what are you doing?
A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father?
So she's supposed to be Brody's goddaughter, right? Brody! Where was she in Crystal Skull? Right? Like, I'm just... or is she not supposed to be Brody's granddaughter? Because she has a British accent and Brody wasn't British. What's up, Rolling Shares? How you doing? Long time since you've been in chat. What's up?
You're crazy.
Don't move.
Please get out of here.
So she's Helena. Helena? Okay.
Stop! Sorry.
That right there, no one puts Indy in a corner. No. I'm not.
Helena!
Doctor.
Like, that looks good. That's looking better. It's going to probably be looking better by the time the movie comes out. Hiring the YouTube guy probably helped them a lot.
Jones, get him.
So this must be the landing. Like, are we around The space shuttle landing back down. Her expressions like, "Well, I'm destroying your lord." Oh God. But am I wrong? Like we're thinking ticker tape parades post like shuttle landing back down. I'm really, you have very little hope for this movie. To be honest, the only hope I have is Mangold because I love Ford vs Ferrari and I love Logan. And 310 to Yuma is a great movie too, but those studios did not interfere with the making of those movies, and I don't know about Lucasfilm. Oh, destroying our lore. Okay, makes more sense to Beanpad. This has to be New York City, I think. In my opinion. What's up, Aviation Media 24? How you doing? Thank you for enjoying the stream. Hi. All right, first of all, I'm going to say this right now. Young Indiana Jones, if you have not watched it, go back and watch it. That is actually a very... Look, it's campy and it's of its time, but it is some good Indiana Jones stories. It may not be Harrison Ford, but in terms of what I think of as Indiana Jones, you have the 3 movies and you have that show. Because I think there was actually a lot of cool things they did in that show in terms of building up in a good way the past for Indy. And I actually think Sean Patrick Flannery did a good job. Yeah, see, like a lot of people discredited it and don't watch it. Go back and watch it if you can find it. It's fun. If you want some Indiana Jones, like feel like a warm blanket of some nice Indiana Jones. That's the way I would do it. And thank you. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like button. So I do think this is New York. Some of this stuff, like I feel like this scene with the horse is like a dangling carrot, so to speak, to go towards. Oh, remember Last Crusade when he rode the horse? I feel like that might be the scene. There's also some not the best CGI with this. Lucasfilm female character should be named Kathleen. Maybe the Beanpad. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about seeing Indy in urban environments. There's just something that doesn't seem right. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't feel... Seeing Indiana Jones go underneath to a subway, something's not... My brain is not connecting that too well. Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's almost like Crocodile Dundee. Like, oh, it's the subway scene. I don't know. Like, I have no clue. I'm glad you like that show. It's a good one. I think, like I said, some people just didn't give it a chance. This is like too much. Like, I just cannot accept. Like the reality separating here is a little bit too much. I just don't. I agree. A-Night. I talked about it earlier on a stream. The Stones, everyone corrected me. I thought it was the Beatles. My fault. My British rock is not the best. The Stones was so out of place. You should not have any contemporary, even that not being contemporary to the time, but being time appropriate. Like, no, John Williams only. We've gone through this. Tyler Bushers didn't hate Crystal Skull, but shouldn't have ended it at Last Crusade. Just hope they respect the character. I think they're going to kill him. They are going to kill him. Worst case scenario, they erase him completely, like the rumors say, and then all of a sudden Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character does everything that Indy was supposed to do. Ugh. You know what? What's wrong with having heroes?
Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it.
This is a cringe line. Calling capitalism theft.
Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
Whatever that is, no. Like, oh, like this dialogue. Oh my god, I don't know who wrote it. I don't think Mango wrote it. Let me double check and see who wrote Indy 5. James Mango, Jez Butterworth, and John Henry Butterworth. I've never heard of either of those people before. What has Jez Butterworth done before? All right, so he wrote Edge of Tomorrow. Okay. That's not bad. I like Edge of Tomorrow. Okay. John Henry Butterworth. He wrote he was a co-writer for Ford v Ferrari. Okay. Okay. So the writing, there's got to be something going on here then. Hey, what's up, Nikki? How you doing? I know, they're trying to make it sound like it's the cool thing. Mads Mikkelsen is his brother. Yeah, they... Okay, yeah. Mads, I like Mads Mikkelsen. I even liked him in that Arthur movie. I thought he was cool. I don't think I will be going. I don't think I'll be going near this. I really... All right. God forbid, the only way I am going to see this movie, knock on wood, is if something tragic happens to Harrison Ford. That is the only reason I will go see this movie, because it'll be seeing one of his last things. That's the same reason I went to see Last Jedi. Maps are so fine. All right. I see Nikki likes it on those Nordic types. I think it's the British guy, the little short guy's daughter. I don't think it's Marcus's daughter. Because he says goddaughter, and Marcus's daughter at this point in time, if Brody had a daughter, she would probably be in her 40s or 50s. Close to Indy's age, or a little bit younger. Like, she would only be like 10 years younger. I don't think Mads is good at being a bad guy. I'm also wondering how much they paid him. Still haven't seen Last Jedi anymore. I have not watched Rise of Skywalker, Revenge of the Palpatines, whatever the movie that's called. Hey, and Palpatine has returned. He has. I don't know. Like this, all of this. They're not Also, I'm just gonna say that's the reason I'm pausing on music. I don't know. Sometimes Lucasfilm is a little weird. I think the problem is you're not showing Indy doing enough cool stuff. We saw this now with the Mario Brothers movie. We saw this with John Wick and Maverick and everything like that. We need fan service. We do. That's a good part in a movie. If it's done right, fan service elevates a film. And I'm going to take it to Vader hallway scene. Fan service makes Rogue One so much better of a movie. Mando season 2, the end of the season, Luke's arrival was fan service. Yes, fan service and service to the story. You're entirely right, Nikki. It needs to be there, though. So here's the thing. You have two different types of movies, right? You have what I consider like artistic films, like the Oscar bait movies. Those are separate things. And then you have the blockbuster fan-driven properties that never get nominated, but they get love by people because they endear themselves. Fan service is rewarding that endearment of that group. It's something that you should relish and use? Why throw it away? And why treat that group that's been around? Indiana Jones is what, 40 years old at least, the movie? About 40 years, just had its 40th anniversary. Freaking have a crystal skull on my bookshelf behind me. We love these properties. All you have to do, you can put some modern things, little bits, pepper it in, but just give us Indy, give us Luke, give us Han, or give us a close enough parallel that makes us see those characters. Sorry, I'm a little bit Indiana Jones is one of those properties that like was a me and my dad movie. Like we would pop those on, and when I was a kid, I actually ran behind and hid my head at the face melting scene and all of those things. Like this is cornerstones of a lot of people. But I can't really let my hair down. Put Zort down so you can fully rage. I'm Look, you guys know me. I'm very optimistic about things. I'm not very much of a. I don't believe in blackpilling. I don't believe in. I give things a fair shake. I always try to. I never try to be overly critical of anything. I'll be honest and I'll share my feelings, but I never try to change anyone's opinions. This is the first time I'm seeing things. It's more than just Kathleen Kennedy. It's more than just that. Because the first time I heard James Mangold is writing and directing an Indiana Jones movie, besides Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, I could not think of someone better to do that. Maybe the Russo brothers. That's about it. Like, Mangold has such great care at doing period pieces. He gets that. Ford v Ferrari is a masterpiece. Take the pill. Wait, was it Take the Pill, Tom? All the cool kids do. So like, I do trust Mangold. I think he's a good director, and that's the thing that annoys me. It's not just that they're taking franchises that we have all grown up with and distorting them and perversing them. They're also taking the talent that had probably the same feelings about those franchises and making them like, it's depressing. It is really, really depressing. Also, is Teddy the new version of Short Round? Apparently, I guess we have a new Short Round here. I agree. Time travel is lazy. You are completely right, Theme Park Casual. I didn't like it in Endgame either. I did not like that was how they came across their solution. It's lazy writing. I'm honestly agreeing with that. I agree. It's corporate culture entirely inside of Disney, inside of Lucasfilm, inside of Marvel. Come on, you don't 10 to 1 odds. That's one of Salah's grandkids. 10 to 1 odds. It's one of Salah's grandkids. We knew he had a lot of kids. 10 to 1. Teddy is going to be one of Salah's grandkids. Can make that universe all nice and tight.
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some.
Like, so hypothetical real world scenario, if I could make my own Indiana Jones movie right now, I would have been completely on board with a fully CG'd whole movie of Indiana Jones being forced by Harrison Ford, taking place right after Last Crusade. I don't need it to be live action. You could have made, using the tech from Pixar and ILM, you could have made an amazing CG movie of Indiana Jones and had Harrison Ford voice, and it would have looked amazing. And you would have had people probably loving it. You could have probably made an entire trilogy just using him for voice acting, maybe some mocap. We're at that point where you could have done that, because if it was all CG, that face would look amazing then. You wouldn't be looking at it from an uncanny valley because you're seeing real world things around it. That's just my opinion. Michael Bay. Man, South Park was right. South Park was right. Like, oh.
Siblings.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes.
All right. Made your mistakes. No. My boy Indy saved the planet at least 3 times that we know of from catastrophe. No mistakes there. 4 times if we count Crystal Skull. Like, you can't go in and be saying, Indy, you've made your mistakes. No. Because we don't know those mistakes. You can't say that. What are his mistakes? You know what I mean? In terms of our knowledge, in terms of the audience and fan base, the people watching the movie, what mistakes have he made? I'm just up to here. I normally don't.
And now a final triumph.
What final triumph? He found the Ark of the Covenant. He found the Holy Grail. What triumph is he making? God, you knew exactly what I was thinking about. Zombie Box Reviews, you knew exactly what I was thinking about. But what, like, how can you say that? Like, and they dragged Sala out. Man, I love Sala. I am the top of the seas. Come on, Sala was awesome. I told you no camels. The camels are for the car. Like, Sala, one of my favorite side characters. I wish there was more of him in the movies. Sala was always awesome. That's my. They're digging in the wrong place. Sorry, Sala. I like Sala. I'm glad. I feel bad that they rolled him out of mothballs, but I'm glad he's back. And I think we just saw Antonio Banderas' character for a second. There we go. There's Banderas, looking like he's trying to play Gilligan's Island. Oh, God. Maybe the antagonist is the communist goddaughter. I hope so. Oh, God. A night. All right, time for the depression time, people. Have your drink of whiskey if you need it. This movie is I think it's going to end exactly how people are theorizing, in the fact that Indy is going to have his legacy stolen. I do think that's going to happen. I think the things that we know Indy of doing are going to be taken away from him. You know what it makes me think of? Doctor Who. The episode, the special, where Clara goes back and saves the Doctor all these different times. That didn't happen before, when the Silence went to go and erase him from existence. Yeah, we're going to get that. We're going to get the Indiana Jones version of that. That's what I see happening a night. And it's going to be like I said, Ronaldo, the character for Rolo. Indy!
Give him hell, Indiana Jones!
A few times in my life, I've seen things.
Now, at least it looks like she was scared of jumping out of the plane. So Indy's got one thing of him, like,
I've been tortured with voodoo.
I like some of the car
You shot
chases.
9 times, including once by your father.
All right, so yeah, the little short guy's his father. Oh yeah, it's gonna flop. I think it's gonna flop terribly. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, and I think I've said this before for other things. I don't believe in passing the torches. I don't. Captain America was Captain America. Bucky and Falcon, neither of them should ever have been Cap. They're not that character. The Batman isn't the mantle. It's Bruce. As much as people want it to be a mantle, it's not. It's Bruce Wayne. Spider-Man is Peter Parker. You know, that's what it is. A-Night, people are theorizing that Mudd has actually been killed in Vietnam. And Marion left him again. This is just... So, wait. The goddaughter shoots young Indy? What?
Sorry.
All right, so... It would be great if people don't see it even to review it. Yeah, I would probably agree. I mean, like I said, I gave my reasons.
I've been looking for this.
There is some great shots of a young Indy face. It still seems a little off. The body proportions sometimes is off. All right, first of all, hey, what's up, love pugs? How you doing? All right. Let's go full screen for a second here. Put a quick poll in for you guys quickly. That which one scares you more? Which one worries you more? You more. Indy 5 or Ahsoka? All right. Poll is out. Which one worries you more? Let's see what y'all think. Which one has you in more worry? Here's the thing, though. I think Harrison Ford could have still done it in the 90s. Oh, we can talk about that. All of the above. No, I want to make it work. I want to make it hard for you. Everyone would just say all of the above then. Okay, we can talk about that a little bit too. Oh wait, have any of you actually watched Star Wars Celebrations live stream at all today? This is a rock and a hard place. Where's let me bring this up. I managed to clip out if you follow my Twitter, I managed to clip out something from Star Wars Celebration, which was when they came out for the Andor panel. Let's see, where is it? All right, I'm gonna bring this up quickly. Let me get this tab coming. All right, so just to bring some context here, right? This is for the Andor panel, right? So this is them announcing the people coming out for Andor. This is pretty funny. Yeah. I want to say that I'm surprised.
The creator and executive producer, Tony Gilroy.
So Tony Gilroy gets some applause.
Executive producer and president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy. Executive producer, Cassian Andor himself, Diego Luna.
So first of all, I'm surprised that there was actually like fanfare for Tony Gilroy and Diego Luna. Like they actually, maybe Andor did better in the normal Star Wars orbit. Yeah, I as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, like that just shows, and even her body language, she looked like she was her face was looking down. It was a diminutive body language. Like you could tell. Let me bring this back up for a second and wheel back. Like when she's walking out, you can tell she does not like being where she is. So that's still Tony Gilroy, right? Look at Kathleen. She's looking down. Her body language is closed up.
Executive.
She's not even looking. She's not even looking at the audience. No acknowledgement. Just straight to her chair. Wow. Just saying, like, she knows. She knows. She has become the emperor. Oh wow. Okay. But as for the Rey trilogy and all that, I'm gonna go with WDW Pro said that Grogu will somehow end up with Rey, and Grogu's gonna train Rey, or Rey's gonna train Grogu some way or another. I guess Grogu will be like 90 then. I don't know. I don't know what the breakdown is. It could be. They're all bad. Honestly, Diego Luna is a terrible actor, and at least in Andor. She hates the fans. We hate her. I'm fine with this. All right. As for Rey and all that and Daisy Ridley, I have nothing against Daisy Ridley as an actress. I don't think she's done anything good. Wasn't she in like the Nile Express, like one of the Oriental Express movies? I don't think I've seen anything in her where she hasn't really been wooden. So maybe she'll get some acting lessons. I don't know. I have nothing against her though. Like that, the cast for those sequel trilogies is not the issue. That wasn't the issue. The story was. I think a lot of people were on board with Finn possibly becoming a Jedi. I thought Poe, Oscar Isaac, was like the best part of it. To be honest, and they didn't give him enough to do. They made him a toxic person in in Last Jedi. So I don't know. I don't want this though. 15 years, too short a time. I'm agreeing that I think they forgot to send him the checks this month. Or maybe you're right. Zombie Box Reviews. I honestly think that if I was running Lucasfilm right now, erasing things would admit failure, and there probably are some Reylo fans and stuff like out there, which you're going to make more of a issue out of. I would have moved things 1,000 years ahead, take it 1,000 years in the future. Grogu would still be alive. There was some good fan like relations until the whole Gina stuff. So you could have had Grogu be the new Yoda for an entirely new group of people in the future and just started there. The other thing that was interesting that so I have sadly been watching Mando. Help me. But there's something of a bit of a continuity era that I think about right now. So, and this is me going down a rabbit hole. Follow me for a minute. But so the last true wielder of the Darksaber was Darth Maul. Correct? Last person to beat Darth Maul in combat, or the first person to beat Darth Maul in combat while he had the Darksaber, was Emperor Palpatine, which would have made Emperor Palpatine the true wielder of the Darksaber. Correct? Then Emperor Palpatine was beat by Anakin Skywalker, Vader, which would then make him the true wielder of the Darksaber. And since he died, the Darksaber would have passed on to his descendant, which would be Luke. So in theory, Luke is the true owner of the Darksaber. Is my logic wrong? Or am I wrong? I don't know what Zort's thinking. But that I just went through a little sideline tangent today. while I was trying to cleanse my mind of some things. So comment below what you think. Start Indie Go destroying all about Kathy. I do know Chris Gore is putting Star Wars on trial, and that sounds pretty awesome. What he's going to do, I love the idea of this putting Star Wars and Lucasfilm on trial for the atrocities they have done to the franchise. So I'm all for that. Like, that sounds so much fun. I don't want to be the person that has to do the other side argument for that. Like, how are you going to defend killing Han Solo the way you did, or doing what you do to Luke? My condolences. Thank you, A-Night. Yeah, I had to see Lizzo. At least Lizzo had clothes on. So that was that. I almost didn't think it was her for a second because she had clothes on. Ugh. But we got about half an hour until FNT, and this was just kind of an impromptu. I did watch Acolyte's leaked trailer. I did watch Skeleton Crew's leaked trailer. Acolyte stylistically kind of looks cool. There are leaked trailers online. I don't want to get claimed for anything, but there are leaked trailers. Stylistically, it looks like Into the Badlands, if you watch that show on AMC. So that's actually not, it looks stylistic. It doesn't look Star Wars. It looks like Into the Badlands. You got some cool wire fu choreography going on in it. Skeleton Crew just looks Goonies in space, pretty much. Like, they want their Stranger Things or something like that. Like, they just want to have a kid's show or a show with young, like, ooh, this is like Stranger Things. Go watch. They hired Star Wars Explained for the defense. I do not know what Chris Gore is doing. Oh my God. The beam pad. Part of Lizzie's outfit had to float behind her because it couldn't fit in her. I will say, I said this in a tweet. Jedi Survivor is my last bastion of Star Wars hope. I don't know. In Ahsoka? I don't really want sequel trilogy Luke. I want Luke in his prime. That's the funny thing. Lucasfilm is the reason why there's no Force Ghost photos in Galaxy's Edge. You can't have a picture with Obi-Wan or Yoda or Luke because of Lucasfilms. It had nothing to do with Disney or Imagineering. Lucasfilm said, no, we don't want those characters here. In the next 3 films... All right, here is the other thing. Definitely going to watch Gore's trial. It sounds awesome. I really like Jedi Fallen Order. I like the characters. I like Merrin. I like Cal Kestis. I like BD1. I did my whole little video. I got BD1 back there. So I'm looking forward to Jedi Survivor. The customization looks so much more intricate this time around, including the sabers. The cool thing in Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor is that the saber customization can actually match your saber from Galaxy's Edge, which is kind of cool. I like being able to walk around with my saber from Galaxy's Edge in the game. But that's like the only thing Star Wars I'm looking forward to. That's the thing. Force Ghosts were not really present in the sequel trilogy, and they were such a big part of the original trilogy. So the fact that Anakin wasn't talking to his grandson made no sense. None at all. So that's my big problem. The Force Ghost was a big part of the original trilogy. It was meant to provide wisdom. It was meant to help course correct. So Star Wars and Lucasfilm has a lot to do, a long way to go. And I don't know if it can be saved. I think Disney has a little bit more ability to be saved than Lucasfilm, just because Disney fans, for the most part, by and large, are not this tuned in, right? Disney fans are tuned into Disney things, and they have their pixie dusting and stuff like that. Now, I'm coming from a fan of both. I was a big fan of Disney growing up, a big fan of Star Wars and Lucasfilm. I mean, all the games. Lucasfilm used to be one of the best. Lucas Studios, like their video games, they used to be so good. Maybe it's one Force Ghost per Jedi rule of 2. Oh, come on. Luke got to see Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda at the end with Yub Nub going on. Yub Nub. No, way Nub. All right. First of all, that song was great. They have not done any good music in any original trilogy remakes, ruined music. But also, Yub Nub definitely sounds like something you might do in the privacy of your own home. But I know it's got a little bit of time until FNT starts. I have to go take my dog for a walk. Rogue definitely needs one. So this is Tom Zort, the Rogue Attraction. I hope you like this little, if she's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order, maybe Luke will guide her or she'll use Jedi text to rebuild. I don't know. I only count George Lucas' 6 films as canon. I agree with that, Tyler Boshers. I agree with that. So I'm going to say this. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching. This was just like, I wanted to talk about these. Glad you guys came in to hang out and chat with it. This is all a therapy session. And as things go forward, there might be more of these little therapy sessions so people can get their thoughts out. As for Saturday, I'm going to be at Disney Springs for their Easter cookies. Gideon's has a cream cheese filled sugar cookie that looks amazing and a carrot cake. So Saturday will be a Disney Springs stream. Hope everyone has a wonderful Ray doesn't count. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy FNT or enjoy whatever streams you're going to. And have a wonderful Easter weekend if you celebrate or whatever holidays that are going on. I know Passover is going on too. So everyone have pleasant times. Enjoy your weekend. And I am out of here. Bye, y'all.